excited because it's Monday, and you know what we do on Mondays. We have 15 minutes of daily inspiration, but it's not your regular Monday. I'm told that Mondays are for winners, and today you're going to win, not for 15 minutes, but for an opportunity to hear a word custom tailored for you. It's the beginning of Thanksgiving week, and we're thankful, not because you're just getting inspiration. You're getting the best inspiration in the world. Our senior pastor, Dr. Jamal Bryant, is going back to the sanctuary, and you can gather your family, your friends, if you're in the airport, wherever you are, and be inspired by the one and only. I'm getting out of your way. I just need you to share. I need you to tag. I need you to text a few people. Why? Because this message is going to make your meal on Thursday better because you started it on Monday. We're getting ready to go into the main sanctuary. Share, enjoy, worship, and be blessed. I'll see you in a minute.
How much greater is the burden for black people who have psychological trauma when only 11% of us have access to medical insurance? Only 1 out of 3 get the care that they are needed in the area of mental health. The melanated in America who suffer from schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and PTSD are more likely to be incarcerated than to be cared for. Not to mention the surge in disproportionate autism found in our children, connected clearly to shots of vaccination. The stigma assigned to them in sanctuaries, schools, and families, giving them further alienation, where nowhere can they find comfort or a circle of safety. Laughing at them, talking about them, running away from them is both inhumane and unchristian. Romans 12:2 reminds us we are transformed by the renewing of our minds. The Lord arrested me this week. Those of you who have a family member who is suffering from psychological trauma, whether that's schizophrenia, bipolar, chronic depression, or PTSD, would you just lift that hand right where it is that you sit? Or even if it's you yourself who are contending with those issues. For every person with lifted hands, even those of you who are streaming virtually, I plead the blood over your family members who are being stalked with mental distress. I declare and decree that every resource that is needed for their balance and for their mental equilibrium will be released into their life. I declare and decree over every lifted hand that serves proxy for a family member who is battling for their sanity, that the grace and the peace of God will visit them before this month comes to a conclusion. And those of you who share that level of faith and believe, here it is, that God is a mind regulator, would you give God thanksgiving in advance? Come on, you can do better than that. I need you to clap because there's a burnout mother near you. There's a frustrated father near you. There is a disturbed wife near you. Would you give God praise for them? They need to know that they are in a sanctuary of support of people who are not idling them, judging them, or ostracizing them, but we stand in the gap with them, believing there is nothing too hard for our God. Early on in the film, before the Joker completes his precipitous fall, there's a scene of him on public transportation. Sitting in front of him is a black toddler with his mother. And the Joker is performing antics that keep the child engaged and entertained. The hardworking black mother, who is obviously annoyed, turns and tells him curtly, "Please cease all interaction with my child." At this, he burst out laughing hysterically, which further infuriates the mother. She asked him candidly, "Are you laughing?" He then hands the mother a card that says, "Forgive my laughter. I have a condition." And on the back, it's printed, "It's a medical condition causing sudden, frequent, uncontrollable laughter that doesn't match how I feel." This can happen to people with a brain injury or certain neurological conditions. And people who really don't understand your pain have misappropriated your emotion. Just because I'm laughing don't mean stuff is funny. Sometimes I'm laughing because I'm frustrated. Sometimes I'm laughing because I'm trying not to cry. Sometimes I'm laughing so I don't cuss. Sometimes I'm laughing to give you time to correct your story. Sometimes I'm laughing to myself because you think I'm stupid. In the documentary entitled "Beyond Laughter and Tears, A Journey of Hope," it chronicles those afflicted with pseudo-bulbar effect, also known as PBA. Pseudo-bulbar effect is resident in nearly 2 million citizens. It's exhibited by frequent involuntary bouts of laughing and crying. The Mayo Clinic advises the patients feel just like everybody else, but they express it in exaggerated or inappropriate ways. The laughter can sometimes turn into tears, and a novice may mistake it for depression. What people don't know, sometimes I'm not depressed, I'm just disgusted. And typically, when it is that you have those overarching feelings, you will self-isolate. Because I don't know when I'm going to cry. I don't know when I'm going to break down. I don't know how long I'm going to have to sit in this car. I don't know how many days I'm going to be wrestled and confined to this bed. Sometimes I got to shut down so I don't go off. I'm talking to some people who are in this room that feel like that sometimes. That there are some days where you can't find your happy place, where you don't have the energy to pretend or to be phony, where you can't go through the perfunctory casualties and just extend the gratitude that people want that you don't even have the energy to extend. I'm talking to some people who are just quiet because you were raised old school. If I ain't got nothing good to say, I ain't going to say nothing at all. So stop trying to make me talk. Please don't believe that every time you hear some laughter that is connected to comedy. There's such a thing as nervous laughter. Nervous laughter that can be generated from alarm, from embarrassment, from discomfort, from confusion. It's usually not so robust, and it's infused with insecurity And it is often laced with awkward glances. There are occasions where you got to check your enemies. Oh, you think that's funny? There are people who are laughing at you because they think they got away with it. People who are laughing because they think that they got the upper hand. There are people who are laughing because they believe there's no way you're going to be able to survive. And they have no idea it is the grace of God that has covered you, because there were moments and seasons of your life where you just wanted to be in the fetal position, where you wanted to suck your own thumb, where you wanted to cry uncontrollably, and people had no idea that I was so discombobulated I didn't even want to be comforted. But I needed God to cover me, because it was just the grace of God that didn't allow me to backslide into the thing that would have broken me. And I'm thankful that in spite of all of my depression, in spite of my alienation, I was not a lord to drugs or to alcohol or to violence. And please don't think because you see me sitting calm, it doesn't mean that there's not a roller coaster going on the inside of me. And I got to talk myself off of the ledge, because I'm wrestling between who I am and what I believe I'm called to be. Ladies and gentlemen, far from a vaudeville show and nowhere near the Apollo Theater, the Spirit of the Lord showed up in the presence of the patriarch who's known as Abraham. He's considered the father of the faith, even while it is that he's sterile. Abraham is in a place where God doesn't seem to be answering his prayers, and yet God's got the nerve to visit him. Y'all didn't hear what I just said. He's in a place where his prayers are not being answered, and then God got the nerve to visit him. I speak over the life of people who are in this room and those who are connected through technology, who have gone through a season where it looks like God is not answering your prayers. I believe by faith today that this week you are going to have a visit from the Holy Spirit. God is going to show up and commune with you. And I hope you're ready for it. It ain't going to happen at church. It's going to happen while you're at your house. I need you to brace yourself for the Spirit of the living God to come to your home. The Holy Spirit right now is seeking to visit some people. And it ain't the people who you think. The Holy Spirit ain't coming necessarily for those that are screaming the loudest, those who are chanting the loudest, those who are running the fastest. But the presence of the Holy Spirit is searching out in this sanctuary, is searching out those who are streaming, who have been miserable, who have been unhappy, who have been unfulfilled, who have been dissatisfied, who have been unsettled. The Holy Spirit now is getting ready to be dispatched from heaven to say, now is the time for the Holy Spirit to come to you. Having the Holy Spirit don't mean you're going to dance. Having the Holy Spirit don't mean you're going to yell. But sometimes having the Holy Spirit is that which gives you perfect peace. When there's a storm on the inside of you that you cannot control and you cannot manage, Spirit of the living God, fall fresh on somebody today. I don't know where you are, but I command the Spirit of the living God, fall fresh.
The song says, ain't nobody like the one I got. And it's amazing that the one we have is better than all the rest. And you just experienced it. Senior Pastor Jamal Bryant just blessed your socks off. And if he did it for me, I know he did it for you. So before you go another further into the rest of the week, I want you to stop and do a few things for me. I want to offer Christ to you. If you're looking for a change, you're looking for a church, you're looking for Christ, or you're looking for a connection, this is the place to be. So click right now, join newbirth.org, and make the move now. Secondly, we need you to partner, because partnering in good soil with good people produces great profit. And right now, God is getting ready to change your Thanksgiving week simply because you sowed into the ground here at New Birth. So the prompts are on the screen. Make sure that you're taking your phone out and sowing right now. And if you need prayer, I know it's Thanksgiving week, but you need somebody interceding on your behalf. If you just email us at prayer@newbirth.org. As always, I appreciate you for tuning in. Keep sharing, keep tagging, keep texting, and know that I love you and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Enjoy your week, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.
And now, New Birth. You know what time it is. Time for your video announcements. And we'd like to say thank you for sewing into our 365 campaign. We reached our goal of over $500,000. Your dedication to the vision has brought forth a mighty bounty. And because of that, God is well pleased and his favor is limitless. God can and will change your entire life in one day. Also, New Birth, in partnership with the National Action Network, Hosea Helps, and the United Way of Greater Atlanta, has emergency funds available for rent, mortgage, and utilities. Your need must be based on COVID-related issues. Visit newbirth.org to apply. Join us as we partner with Samaritan's Purse for Operation Christmas Child Shoebox Giveaway. Just find a cardboard or plastic shoebox. Then decide if the box is for a girl or boy. Then all you have to do is fill the shoebox with gifts. Then we want you to pray for the child who will receive the box. You can drop your boxes off at New Birth between December 5th and 6th at the King's Table Saturdays from 10 a.m. until noon at the Samson Fitness Center or at the New Birth main entrance. Or donate $20 through PushPay to sponsor a child's shoebox. Our King's Table is a tremendous blessing to the community in partnership with DeKalb County CEO Michael Thurman and the City of Stonecrest.
Delighted to partner once again with New Birth Missionary Baptist Church as we help those in need in DeKalb County.
We were able to provide over 1,000 boxes with all the fixings for Thanksgiving meal. If you're in need of free groceries, please come by New Birth beginning Saturday, December 5th from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. Also, don't miss the in-store store-wide sale at the Call to Conquer bookstore. Shop local, shop safe. November 28th, 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. And remember, social distancing and mask required. We'll see you at Call to Conquer. On behalf of Dr. Bryant and New Birth, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. We give thanks to God for his mercy, grace, and love. May you celebrate this season knowing that God cares for us all and that he will supply all our needs. We are praying for all of those who are traveling this holiday season. And as we celebrate, please join us on Tuesday, November 24th at 7:30 p.m. for Thankful Tuesday as we welcome Bishop William Murphy and the Dream Center. Make sure you join us online for this dynamic worship experience. And that's all the time we have for our video announcements.